Greetings, gin friends, and welcome to the official Juniper Collective unbottling of Holyrood Spice Gin and Circa's Gin Navy Strength. Very cool. Interesting pair of gins here. I think we'll start with the Circa today. I know it's Navy Strength, and that seems maybe like a strange starting point, but, you know, I've had this one before, and it is quite spicy. So, yeah, let's go with this one. So, Circa is in Montreal. It's a Canadian craft distillery over in Quebec, and yeah, they're fantastic. I loved their whiskey. I've loved everything I've had from them so far, and I'm looking forward to trying their Navy Strength gin. As a fan of cask strength whiskey, the idea of a cask strength gin, whilst scary to some people, is very exciting to me. In fact, one of the best gins I've ever had. I had on video here recently as part of an SNWS outturn, bottled by the Scotch Malt Whisky Society, a Scottish gin. And that was a cask strength, of course. So there's a lot of French on here, being from Quebec, but I found some English. This is an ode to the unexpected. In the 1800s, distillers had to prove their gin was suitable for British Royal Navy officers by pouring it over gunpowder and igniting it. That's where Navy proof gin comes from. That's where the proof comes from. It's proving the alcohol, right? And it is 100 British proof. So some of you might think, yes, proof. You divide it by 2 and you get the ABV. So this must be 50 ABV. No. That's American proof. This is slightly different. The same way that you might have noticed that whiskies such as Glenfarclas 105 isn't 52.5% ABV. It's 60. This is actually 57.1. That is what 100 naval proof, British proof is. 57.1 ABV. Very neat indeed. There is one more thing to question about this. Why is it not clear? Why is it this weird brown colour? And that's because it was actually aged for a short amount of time in Circa's ex-whiskey casks of their own whiskey. So I think 2 months. I've got it written down here. 2 months. Well remembered, Adam. Yeah, it won gold at the 2020 Spirits Business Gin Masters, which is incredibly impressive. 100% grain, local grain at that. They're all about local. It's, you know, it is a craft distillery, despite being available now on the other side of the continent, the other side of the country. It's a small craft distillery. In fact, they're very community oriented. They were one of the first distilleries in the eastern provinces to start making sanitizer during the beginning of the COVID-19 outbreak in 2020. And yeah, small batch. This is batch 2020, batch 2. Cool. All right, let's see what this one's all about, shall we? If I can figure out how to open it. Oh, yeah, there's perforation. We're okay. We're saved. I don't have to attack it with a knife. I found the perforation. The perforation point. There we go. Lovely. And it's a cork. Love corks. Because they sound like that. And isn't that just a gorgeous sound? All right. Stick the pop down there. Give myself a nice healthy dose so I don't drown it with tonic later. Very nice. Oh, that's very clean. Not as aggressive as you might think it would be for a high proof. It doesn't smell alcoholic. It just smells like juniper and lemons. A very clean gin. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's not one of those gins which tries to hide the juniper. There's a good juniper presence in this with a nice big spice and citrus. It's like the same kind of spice and citrus you might get in a hot toddy. You know, there's a honey sweetness to it, but then there's like cloves studied into a lemon. There's lemon peeled in there as well as the lemon juice. It's multiple layers of lemon. Oh, that's fabulous. Not aggressive at all. This is weirdly enough, a sipping gin. A sipping gin that is, what was it, 50? I should know what British proof is. 57.1. So this is almost like half as much again alcohol as you'd get in a normal gin. Yet it is smooth. Like I could shoot this right now and be just completely like happy with that decision in terms of it's not going to burn. It's not going to destroy me to do that. I'd be happy with that decision knowing that I could just pour myself more. It would be a bit of a waste of good gin though. Don't shoot gin. That's a bad idea. That's very nice. All right. Well, before I get to finding out if it's gin and tonics, I'll pop that over there, and let's try the other one. So Holyrood. I was at Holyrood Distillery about 2 weeks ago at the time of recording. I love this place. It was a fantastic opportunity to visit. They're in the centre of Edinburgh, right there. We actually have 3 casks of Holyrood whiskey maturing in their warehouse, earmarked for the Strath. We've paid for them, so we're just waiting for them to mature now. The plan is to mature them to release them at 8, 10, and 12, and we're going to sample them as they go and figure out which one to release first and which one needs the longer bit of aging. But they're in 3 different types of sherry cask as well, all very, very exciting. But their gin has me very excited right now. Not necessarily this gin, I have to admit. I very much enjoyed Holyrood's first batch of gins. I thought they were an interesting suite of flavours. They had pink gin, a spice gin. They had, I think, a barrel-aged gin as well. They had a bunch of different ones. And they were all good. They were very good, in fact. My favourite, honestly, was the spice gin, which, funnily enough, is the only one we have left. And once I crack this open, there's only 2 bottles left. And they will be the last 2 bottles you will ever see here, because they've completely overhauled their gin program. As much as these are very good, as much as their other gins are good, and this was, I think, very good, their new gin is absolutely excellent. And I'm not exaggerating here. It's called Height of Arrows, and we'll be having it here in BC quite soon. It is outstanding. They're taking the idea, the critical point of whiskey, where you can get so much variation from just 3 ingredients, right? Whiskey it's just barley, and it's yeast, and it's water. And, like, it's amazing the differences that you can get from just those 3 things. And they've taken that concept into gin. So the Height of Arrows only uses 3 botanicals. Juniper, of course. And probably people are thinking, oh yeah, they've probably got, like, lemon. No. It's so cool. Juniper, beeswax, and salt. Sea salt, I think. And it is absolutely outstanding what they've managed to do with those 3 ingredients. Because they've actually managed to do 3 different gins that are all different. They've got the regular Height of Arrows, they've got the light, which is just, it's not lighter in terms of lighter flavour, it's lighter as in brighter. It's just more vibrant, and it just uses a different concentration. Then they've got the dark, where they actually got a local coffee roaster to roast the juniper, which is awesome. It's such a fantastic idea. So I'm very excited that they'll be coming to BC soon. I don't know how soon. Everything takes a long time, especially right now. But I'm going to be sad to say goodbye to the spice gin. I really liked what they were doing here, especially as right here on the label, they say exactly what to expect. Holyrood's Edinburgh, Scotland spice gin. I am full of warming spices, cherry and clementine, which makes me taste robust and satisfying. And it's like a name tag, and I really like that approach. I thought that was absolutely genius, especially for a brand that had a lot of different types of gin. I think it was great. Put some spice in your life. Our warming spice gin, which is packed with classic spices including cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice and clove, with fresh sweet cherry and clementine zest. We suggest pairing it with ginger ale and garnish with orange peel. Be part of our story by giving us your feedback at Holyrood Whiskey and #FlavorMatters. Very cool. I wish I'd read this before starting to film, because I would have got some ginger ale. As it stands, I'm going to be trying it with some tonic, and we'll see how that goes. But pause for the pop, because of course, Holyrood Distillery, they're making gin, they're also planning to make whiskey. They understand the power of the pop. Lovely. I should probably also mention, in full clarity, I'm friends with a couple of the owners and founders of this distillery, and Oh, a lot of our whiskey community here in Victoria will be as well, because it's Kelly and Rob Carpenter who founded the SNWS here in Canada. They are involved heavily with Holyrood. Mm. Oh, yes. Beautiful. It smells like you should be pouring this into cookie batter to make a really nice sort of almost German style cookie. You know, it would work well with, like, what are they called? The Biscoff Lotus cookies. Work well with tea as well. It's just a very wonderful rustic European set of spice flavors. Yeah, oranges and cherries. This is a wonderfully wintry kind of gin, to be honest, which is honestly weirdly fitting with the weather we're having right now in what everyone here in Victoria is dubbing Junuary, which I think is quite apt. It's like 13 degrees and rainy today. I was planning on actually doing some filming for the gin tastings outside in the backyard, but frankly, it's just disgusting out there right now, so we're still inside. Maybe later this summer you'll get some backyard gin action. Maybe it's the whole clementine mandarin kind of flavors. It reminds me of Christmas morning somewhat as well, and those sort of glazed cherries that you get in oh, what's that? The German fruit cake with the big green and red glazed cherries in it. It's not Stollen, is it? Maybe it's Stollen? Not sure. Either way, beautiful. Really, really nice on its own. I can definitely see why they say this would work with ginger ale, actually. And I would love to try that sometime. But let's see how these two gins stack up in the classic, the G&T. If a gin doesn't work in a G&T, well, that's okay, because there's many other drinks that you can have gin with. You can have it straight, you can have it with soda, you can have it in all manner of cocktails. But the G&T is kind of the classic, right? You think gin, you think tonic instantly, or at least I do. So let's see what we've got here. Add an ice cube. Crack open the Phillips Sparkmouth Tonic, sponsoring the Juniper Collective. Thank you once again, Phillips. Or actually, I get told off for calling this Phillips Tonic. Phillips do kind of make it in a sense. It's the same company, but it's Sparkmouth. They're a separate company from Phillips for, I don't know, legal reasons. Either way, it's made of Phillips, but it's Sparkmouth Tonic. And I'm thinking this navel gin already has a decent amount of sort of lemony flavors, so I'm going to go ahead and cucumber this one up. I think this is a solid cucumber option. So, as you might already have seen from previous videos, if I'm going to put cucumber in a gin, I want to be able to taste it. One slice of cucumber does nothing for me, so at least 4. At least 4 in there. Cucumber's a very mild flavour. Give it a nice little bit of a... Love cucumber in a gin. Here we go. Wow. It's nice because the higher concentration of flavour, because it's, higher proof, means that you can have a longer drink but have the experience of a shorter drink in a sense. Like, I'm actually going to add a little bit more tonic. I already added more than I normally would, but it could do with a bit of a top-up because it goes further simply because it's navel strength. Oh yeah, cucumber's a nice choice. It gives it a bit more freshness. Oh, that was very, very well. That's very, very refreshing, very optimistic. This is a gin that makes you want to sit outside in the cold because at any second the sun could come out from behind the clouds and you'll be the first one to enjoy summer. Oh yeah, that is very good. Let's see if the spice gin works as gin and tonic. And honestly, I don't know yet, because I usually drink this with soda. So I'm going to see now if it works with tonic as well. And I think, in honour of the fact that it's a spice gin, which means it's got a lot of different flavours in it, it's packed full of different spices, as well as the botanicals and also fruits. I'm going to go wild. I'm going to have lemon and cucumber in this one. I'm a madman. I've gone off the rails. I'm going to do 3 slices of cucumber and a nice wedge of lemon. I'm going to give it a squeeze as well. I'm just going to have a big flavourful party going on here. Alrighty. Nice big wedge of lemon. Give it a squeeze. Drop it in. Let's see what we're playing with. Honestly, I might have got carried away with adding tonic. I might have to top myself up with gin. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've drowned that a bit. I'm going to have more gin. I got carried away because the Cirka was so thirsty. It needed a lot of tonic. This one, it's a little more delicate in terms of the ratio that's needed. All right. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that is really interesting. I'm not sure I would say I prefer it over a soda. I would recommend a gin and soda over a gin and tonic for this particular gin. They would recommend ginger ale. I'm very interested to try that. I think I might take my bike out for a quick spin and go get some ginger ale later on tonight. Because I do want to try that. But I have to admit, it's quite nice with lemon and cucumber. I stand by my choice there. I know it was a bit wild, but oh, it works. I think that's the one thing about this gin on its own, or just with soda. It is wintry. It is classic wintry flavours. Just a little bit of freshness from the lemon and cucumber there really sort of wakes it up and makes it come out of hibernation a little bit. All right. Well, chin chin gin friends. It's been a pleasure exploring these two with you. And of course, you can come in and try these at the Strath. $5 will get you a sample pour of each, half an ounce of each, with, of course, not Phillips, Sparkmouth tonic water. And you can get the regular or the cucumber tonic water, your choice. And of course, these are also on sale. We only have a couple of this one left. There's only 2 left at time of recording. The regular price is $62.52. Of course, it's 10% off for all Juniper Club members right now. $56.27 is the price with the discount. And the Cirka, we only have a couple left, but we can get more if it proves to be popular. We're testing it out, testing the market here to see if gin lovers here are ready for some craft Navy strength Quebecois gin. I think you're ready, but let's find out. $49.48 for that. And I should have mentioned, of course, these are both 500ml bottles, half-litre bottles, not 750s. But of course, it's on 10% off as well. So $44.53, that's a great price, actually. If you think about it, that's about $60 for a full-size bottle. If this was a 750, that's decent. That's very decent for a Navy strength, because it's 1.5. Funnily enough, it's about 1.5 times the strength of a regular gin, but it's also about it is 2/3 the size of a regular gin. So it's approximately the same as buying a normal full-size bottle of gin for $44. All works out, doesn't it? The math is very exciting. I'm very excited about math today. I'm also very excited about gin, and I'm going to close off the camera and enjoy these in peace. Lovely to see you all. I'll see you on the next unbottling video. Chin chin.